Hey, what's up everyone? Eric Rossi, the guy with the eye here today. I want to talk about finding your lens's sweet spot. And essentially that's finding the ultimate sharpness point at the f-stop that will come out of your lens. There are a couple common misconceptions and just some things you need to know. It's not going to take that long of how to get the ultimate sharpness out of your current lens that you probably have in your bag right now, or the lens attached to the camera. So once again, every lens has the ultimate sharpness point, which is called the sweet spot. Basically like a baseball bat, you get that sweet spot in the bat by the barrel that it will perform at its best and give you the most sharpest image. Now, there is no real answer to this where it's universal for everything. There are gists and adjusts about that you can take into factor, but you will have to test this, and I'm going to tell you how to find out how to test this as well. But one of the biggest common misconceptions is that, say you have a prime lens, a 50 1.8 or something like that, or an 85 1.2. People think that shooting at that lowest, widest aperture, 1.2, 2.8, 1.4, is the sharpest, and most of the time, pretty much never, is that absolutely true. You'll still get amazing images, do not get me wrong, but if you want the sharpest, clearest image possible, that is not the sweet spot. Now, typically, I've found myself that zoom lenses, you'll need to be about 2 stops above your lowest. So, if you're at 2.8, maybe go to an f4 or something, and that will be better. Now, prime lenses are typically sharper than zoom lenses because of the less things that they need in there, and they are sharper to an extent. And I usually find them maybe a stop better. I think a lowest amount to start testing at would be in an f4 with most lenses. Now, once again, if you maybe have a 1.2 lens, going up to a 2.8 might be a good option. But if you start looking for a sweet spot at f4, f5.6, and f8, I think that's a good range to start testing in, and that's how you find them. But I would definitely recommend, and that way if you're really into this stuff, is to set your camera up on a tripod, obviously put the lens on there, try and keep the settings about the same. Do not touch the tripod. Put it in a little bit of a delayed mode so you're not causing any shake. Set it to f4, set it to 5.6, set it to f8, and see which image is sharper. Even if you want to go down to 3.2 if you have that option, see which is sharper when it comes out of it. You will 100% be able to find the sweet spot of your lens. And before this video wraps out, I want to talk about diffraction as well, and that is going too high on your f-stop range, which actually can hurt the image quality as well. And it's essentially light that's bending as it's coming in and hitting the iris of the lens because your f-stop is too narrow, it's too high, which you see that a lot, like maybe f16 on some lenses, 20, 22, 32 especially, except if you want to do something special with that. So keep in mind that you are fighting lower options of maybe hurting your image quality with using the widest opening like a 1.8, a 2.8, or also going way too high on the lens. So finding that sweet spot is a big deal, but it's very easy to do. Once again, lock your camera down on a tripod or a steady surface and just play with, with something that you could tell sharpness. Go f4, f5.6, f8, and you will pretty much find that out there. Also, a lot of people say f8 is the sweetest spot of the lens. I have found that f5.6 is probably more universal than that as well. But check it out yourself. Get the ultimate sharpness that you want. Don't go too crazy with it, but that is the way you can find the sweet spot of your good old lens. Get most out of your investment. Thank you so much for watching. Eric Ross, the guy with the eye. Keep an eye out.